on whatever media platform. Welcome. My name is co-pastor Angelique Timbo under the leadership of my husband, Marvelous Timbo, at Sound Truth Family Worship Center. Our address is 10614 East 18th Street, South in Independence, Missouri. You're welcome to participate with us in person. We actually prefer that you come in the house of the Lord. It's more personal that way, so that we'll be able to have a dialogue and a conversation and ask any questions that you may have. Tonight we're going to go to the book of Judges. you made me smile. Tonight we're going to go to the book of Judges, and go ahead over to your mom and make sure it can fit. All right, tonight we're going to go to the book of Judges in chapter 13. In chapter 13, and we're going to go ahead and jump to 14 and hopefully 15. The book of Judges, starting with chapter 13. I'm actually just going to recap chapter 13 because we did chapter 13 last Wednesday. So that's just really going to be a summary, and then we're going to go on. So the book of Judges, starting with chapter 13. Now, I don't know what exactly every one of us remember, but as I'm waiting for you guys to turn to the book of Judges chapter 13, remember we were talking about the birth of Samson. We were talking about the birth of Samson. And from the womb, Samson was to be consecrated to God as a Nazirite. Do we remember what a Nazirite is? For those that are participating with me online and in the house of the Lord, you can go ahead and jump to the book of Numbers chapter 6. The book of Numbers chapter 6, verse 1 through 21. If you don't know what a Nazirite is, that's where you can find it in your biblical reference in the Bible. For sake of time, I'm not going to read all that, but I will read a little bit of it because it kind of paints the framework of the rest of the book of Judges. So in the book of Judges chapter 13, where Samson from the womb could be considered a Nazirite, the Nazirite vow in Numbers chapter 6 says, "And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the people of Israel and say to them, when either a man or a woman," so a Nazirite can be a man or a woman, "makes a special vow, the vow of a Nazirite, to separate himself from God," so this is a matter of consecrating yourself solely to God, "he shall separate himself from wine and strong drink." So when a person makes a vow, man or woman, to be a Nazirite, they cannot drink. They cannot drink wine. "He shall not drink no vinegar made from wine or strong drink, and shall not drink any juice of grapes or eat any grapes, fresh or dried." Verse 4 says, "All the days of his separation